Yeah.
Hey everybody, we're here for another episode of the show that is yet to be named. I'm here with JohnnyDonuts 777, and I'm here with the Putty Man from Putty, who's the man made of putty. And today we're talking Marvel the same way we did DC last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever this video gets posted. Mostly just what do we want to see going into the future for next year, and what changes should be made, maybe what we didn't like from this year. So thanks guys for coming on this episode. I forced you to, so you had to. You didn't have a choice. So let's just talk about Marvel for a bit. So maybe let's go through the stuff coming out next year and maybe what we're excited for.
Okay.
All right. So one of you guys want to read some stuff?
Yeah. Putty, you got anything? Because I got the show. Shows listed.
Well, yeah, I got the shows here too. But might as well start with the first one, which is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Yep. That is going to be the one that opens up everything. Here's my thing. We know this is going to open up another part of the multiverse, but I feel like this is what's going to be the catalyst for everything. Is there's going to be so many different ways that the multiverse is going to open up in different fashions, between different characters. The problem I have is this, just like a multiverse of madness, it's more for this is going to be more for the new stuff we haven't gotten. You know what I mean? I feel like this is going to be stuff that we haven't seen anywhere else in any other universe, like the whole mutant thing. That's not going to happen now. I'm already feeling now. I know where the major blunt of that's going to be, and that's not going to be in 2023. 2023 is still going to be all new stuff in my eyes.
I think we're actually finally in 2023 is where we develop the multiverse. Even though we lied about it for like the last 5 movies.
I believe we do, but I think that we don't get anything we already know. Is that
yeah. I'm excited for Ant-Man.
Yeah, looks good.
There's a lot of intriguing ideas in it. The last movie wasn't very good, so I'm hoping they turn it around with this one.
Yeah. And if you look in the title Quantumania, it actually says Ant-Man in Quantumania.
Does it?
Look carefully. Quant. Quant, mania, man, Ant-Man. The word Ant-Man isn't Quantumania.
Oh, I never noticed that before. Dang, nice.
All right, well, that's a deep cut for us.
Yeah.
There you go, see?
Anyways, anyone else have thoughts on Ant-Man?
Again, I just think what's happening, like I feel like Multiverse of Madness was a way of saying, hey, this is what's going to happen. Get ready. You know what I mean? Like, we're showing you glimpses of this. When we get to this one, it's going to be their own multiverses. What I mean that is it's going to be stuff that we haven't seen yet in any genre of Marvel.
It's the quantum realm.
Yeah, exactly. And then,
this is going to develop Kang to the fullest.
And this is where, again, we can also see, like we we're talking about before, and I think this is true now. I really believe it. I think this is where we're going to see characters like MODOK, the really strange ones.
Yeah, MODOK has been...
MODOK is officially confirmed now.
Yeah, the toys kind of spoiled it.
So yeah, that's my point, though. That makes sense, though. This is going to be the world where we can also get maybe even a little bit of Mojo. You know what I mean? Like that situation. So
I'll take it.
If it's there, yeah, but I associate Mojo more with the X-Men.
But I agree, but this is the reason why I say this. I feel like later, if we even get to talk about it, that I feel like it's going to go somewhere else. The reason I feel Mojo might come through this is because he fits that MODOK model to where they can introduce him, and it makes sense for him to come from there.
If you're I like the idea, but I feel if you're bringing in MODOK, I think this is where AIM is going to take a bigger.
Well, yeah.
Right. I think AIM is going to be a bigger proponent in this. So I think if you tease Mojo, that's a little too much.
I'm not saying Mojo is going to be in this. I'm just saying I feel like the quantum is where they're going to bring that in, and it could be hinted at least.
But I mean, at some point they have to start hinting at X-Men.
Well,
I don't ever see a jumping off point for that. So it could be anywhere.
Well, see, again, I think I know where the jumping off point. And again, I don't think we're going to see X-Men until after Secret Wars. You know what I mean? But new X-Men.
To be honest, I don't even think we're going to see X-Men until after Phase 6.
No, it's supposed to be in Phase 6 when we get X-Men.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's what they were saying, something like that.
Deadpool 3 starts off Phase 6. And a lot of, and I wanted to dive into this, but I'll just say this real quick. Apparently, he is going to bring the mutants, but not just the mutants, also possibility of Fox people casting of actual like actors from the Fox universe that can be used in Secret Wars as a one-time thing. And if that's true, then that's gonna be amazing. But that's a whole other thing that I don't want to go into. Okay,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
makes no difference to me. If you're gonna give me that, I'll take it. Okay, what's the next product?
We can go shows. I know What If is early 2023. They're doing What If season 2, and Secret Invasion is early this next year too.
I often think to myself, what if this show didn't exist? I would be much happier.
Yeah, it was. I didn't enjoy the first season.
Here's the thing. The Watcher thing is what bothered me. I actually liked some of the stories in What If. I mean, you guys saw me. I actually did when I did my review. I actually gave it pretty positive reviews until the Watcher talked, and that's when I was like, "Whoa, wait a second! He does not supposed to do this." Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it, but I don't care.
The Watcher's not supposed to get involved, and he gets involved.
I mean, not talk. Sorry.
What If is also not supposed to take place at all in the multiverse, and it does. So it's like you broke your own rules multiple times.
So yeah, but at the same time, as far as like the subgenre, the smaller, like each one individually, I still like some of the ones they made. You know what I mean? It's when they started bringing them together, it felt horrible.
Yeah.
When they started making it canon to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that's where
those are things that bothered me. I did like episodes, and I did have things that bothered me. Obviously, like we just talked about it, but I think generally a lot of the episodes were really poorly made, and they were rushed. They were forced stories just to milk people like Chadwick Boseman and stuff like that for views. Because like the zombie episode was good. There was like 2 other ones that I really liked. I can't remember them off the top of my head. The Killmonger one was great.
Mm-hmm.
But I found like the Thor one was so bad. And like
it was bad, but it was fun.
Was just Captain America again.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't want to go too deep into that.
Yeah, but Secret Invasion looks good. And
I'm excited for Secret Invasion and the cast.
That's what Olivia Colman and what's her name,
Emilia Clarke.
Yeah,
they have a lot of big names attached to that, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
Ben Mendelsohn as well.
This is gonna give a lot of lore. I feel like that we've been needing to get introduced into the world of Marvel. That's gonna
Skrulls. I think with Secret Invasion and the Skrulls, that's gonna also play a heavy part with the Marvels.
Yep, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
At this point, I would prefer Marvel to go back to their original formula, where things made sense, than just keep spewing out these new ideas where nothing connects to each other. Because a lot of people are saying like, oh, we're allowing the directors to do their own thing now. No, I still don't think they are. I believe they're being very closely watched.
Mm-hmm.
And these new stories are just like, there's nothing fresh about them, most of them, and on top of that, they don't connect to each other. So it's kind of like, I don't understand what you're going for. Like, yeah, She-Hulk was kind of like a really fresh take on everything.
Which now they announced that they canceled it, didn't they?
Well, I don't think it was ever planned for a season 2. That's what they were saying. She was never told that it was going to be an ongoing show.
It felt like an introduction to what it was like a look at what we can do, but we're going to be able to do a bigger scope later on.
Most of those shows, except for Miss Marvel and Moon Knight, are done, I think. And actually, Hawkeye's continuing, right?
I think Hawkeye's continuing. And WandaVision's continuing as Agatha
Well, that doesn't really count. That's like its own show. It's like a spin-off, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so what's next after that?
We got Guardians Volume 3.
Okay,
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited after the Christmas special. I love the first movie. I really don't like the second movie. I mean, I would still give it a decent rating, but as a personal opinion, I'm not a fan of it.
The first one was much better than the second.
First one is one of the best Marvel movies.
Well, apparently there's going to be a lot of deaths, so I don't know how that's going to be handled, because Gunn has a good sense of humor, but can you name a movie James Gunn's done where there's very, very dramatic parts of it? Like, that's what I'm afraid of, is that can he handle the emotional part of things? Well, I mean, yeah.
Part 2 has arguably the best emotional scene in any Marvel movie. The problem is the rest of the movie leading up to that wasn't very good.
Yeah, that might be the problem.
But I understand what they have to do here. My question is is Marvel going to let him do this? Did they let him do it in a way that it's going to feel realistically like death, or is it going to be like a washed over scene where it's just like mentioned that somebody's, or you know what I mean?
Well, like, I mean, everybody's theory is that Rocket is gone. I don't think Rocket
I don't
dies
think
in
so,
this.
because I think Rocket is going to be, we talked about this.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
gonna get
Rocket
his
is
own
going to be
show.
one of the catalysts of the new version of the Guardians.
Yeah, see. Another thing is they're heavenly. I noticed the first trailer they put out, they made sure to show Baby Groot just to get that, that awe factor.
Yeah, but
and
Gunn's come out and said this is not the same Groot.
Well, no, but that's understandable.
Every reincarnation of Groot is a different Groot.
It's his offspring.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm referring to Rocket when they look at yeah. But my point is that's a prime example of why they want to keep Rocket, is so that him and Groot can develop a different type of relationship.
Well, now
grow into a story.
His relationship with Groot is like a father-son relationship, where before it was like he was my friend.
Yeah,
he's now raised Groot's son, kind of, right? So, but I'm still excited. I'm excited to see where it can go. I want to see what they can do with this, because we know that Batista's done.
Yeah,
we know that they're definitely killing off Zoe Saldana for good. There's no way they're going to keep her here.
Even I think Nebula's done too.
No, this is my take after watching what we talked about it in the Christmas special thing,
Christmas
right?
Special, yeah.
I think the team going forward is going to be Sean Gunn, whatever his Kraglin. It's going to be
Groot.
Rocket, Groot, Nebula, and maybe someone else. Like, I can't.
I think Cosmo.
Yeah, Cosmo's going to be there, but Cosmo's not a character that can do anything.
Taserface.
But it's going to be like the Groot Rocket thing, where they might not be much fighting, but a lot of dialogue. And it's like, I feel like the dog will be, or like Cosmo will be in the ship itself. Like,
I said that. I said that in the episode. But because I think they're not going to kill off Star-Lord, but he's going to leave to go do his own thing.
Yeah, he's going to go find himself like every other Marvel character does.
Yeah, he's going to have a Thor moment, but that's okay for me. I'm excited to see Guardians go in a new direction. Yeah. And maybe bring on new characters. Maybe Adam Warlock joins the team.
I was going to say, it's interesting I want to see what they're going to do with Adam Warlock.
Well, James Gunn has said that he's being treated as a very, very traditional style superhero, like a Superman or something like that. So I'm assuming that he's not going to be the bad guy.
At first.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm happy with this. So what's next on the docket?
Well, is there any shows in between May and July?
There are a few shows in between. You got Loki.
Okay. Oh, there's a season 2. Yeah, that's a good one.
Loki season 2. I'm happy
for that.
And I think that's going to tie in the threads from Ant-Man as well. Yeah. Because Mobius is an Ant-Man, isn't he?
Well, Kang is an Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, but is Mobius like what's his name? Wilson's supposed to be an Ant-Man, isn't he?
I don't know. Probably.
Either
way, it ties in regardless.
We know for a fact though Owen Wilson is in the Deadpool 3 movie. That's the tie-in from that. So that'll link Ant-Man to Deadpool in that way, and then from there. So
it's possible what you're saying. Maybe in Ant-Man, if he's in it, he gets lost in the quantum realm.
Maybe that's where he is.
And part of Loki is trying to get him back, and then he finds the Fox universe with the mutants somewhere, and then they come back with him somehow. I don't know.
Maybe that's where they sent him at the end of season 1 of Loki. Maybe they sent him to the quantum realm.
That's possible.
That's true too. Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, I know it gets linked there, and I know it's like I don't know. It's basically a tear apart of the other universe, but bringing some of it into this universe. And
it's something's going to screw up a timeline. That's what I'm assuming is going to happen.
Yeah.
Which makes sense when they had the time traveling device too.
I'm excited for Loki because the last Loki was good. That's one of the better things to come out of Phase 4 for sure.
And I can't wait. I'm actually really excited. I like the chemistry between Owen Wilson and what's his name that plays Loki. They do really well.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, the summer we also have the Marvels, which this is one of the ones that got shifted around a bit.
I'm excited.
I don't know. Here's my thing. The Captain Marvel movie was a setup. I don't know how I still feel about what's her name as Captain Marvel. I mean, the thing is, Yeah. Here's the thing. As a person, I feel like she's gotten a lot better now and everything. And maybe people could change their ways. I don't know. My point to the whole thing is it's a whole story with Marvel, Captain Marvel, and then Miss Marvel. I'm just not invested. I hate saying it. This story I'm not invested in because I don't feel like they did it justice with the whole scroll thing too. You know what I mean? I feel like I got too separated, and there's too much that's combined.
Maybe that's what Secret Wars is about.
It could be.
Secret Wars is going to flesh out the Skrulls, and the Marvels is going to flesh out the relationships between Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. And I'm very invested because I've read Miss Marvel, and I read most of the Captain Marvel run from Marvel Now that the movie was based on. But
that wasn't bad.
The movie was fine. It was not very much like that comic, but I mean, it's not one of the worst Marvel movies products anymore. Like, since after the year wraps up, it's probably like my 10th from the bottom. But
yeah, because there was some
Marvel
there this year.
tapered off with a lot of 7s. That's the problem, right? Where they were pumping out high 7s and like 8s, they just started giving you all 7s lately. But that's fine. It happens. They're producing a lot of product. I'm just excited for Miss Marvel to see where it goes. I'm willing to give this a chance. I can't promise it's going to be good.
Now, I don't know what happens after the Marvels as far as like, is there any Disney Plus
shows? There's a couple more shows for the year. There's Ironheart and Echo close off the year, and Agatha, Coven of Chaos. Those 3 shows.
Well, actually, those are 3 shows I'd pretty like. I don't care at all about Ironheart, but I also don't know that much about the character where I'm intrigued of the ideas from that show, but I
kind of lost interest after seeing her character in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Like,
I'd say it too. Yeah, I did too.
Her character, like her portrayal in that movie was not the greatest.
Yeah, she also wasn't a very good actress on top of the writing for the character and all of that. But whatever, let's see where that goes. And then you also have the Agatha.
And Echo.
Yeah. I'm excited for Echo because
more Daredevil.
Yeah, it's going to give us more of that street level stuff that we want to see. It's going to flesh out Kingpin more, probably.
Yeah. Wouldn't that also bring in Hawkeye too? Wasn't there a chance that they're bringing Hawkeye with that through Echo too?
I mean, it could be since she came in Hawkeye.
Yeah, I mean that's my point. Because here's my thing: I like that they're doing.
What if that brings back John Barenthal?
Yeah, that's possible.
Well, here's my thing. I
think he might show up in Born Again, though.
He will.
I like what they're doing. Like I feel like I was right before when I feel like they're doing this whole Marvel Knights thing, but maybe not making it as Marvel Knights. But I feel like they're doing that on this end, and it's looking really good. Like they're saying, hey, the Netflix stuff was good, or some of it was. So let's try to continue that and make it its own street level of action in the Marvel universe that could stay in the TV shows and stay self-contained. And then, boom, Secret Wars, they're now in the battle as well, and they're there. So it works. You know what I mean? I think it does. So
yeah, I'll take that. I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Agatha seems like it's going to be like something very different than what we're used to.
It depends.
It's going to be fun, like a fun type of lighthearted. I think, at least.
I think it's going to lean into being like Multiverse of Madness, or it's going to be very horror inspired.
Which is okay. I think it works for that character, though. You know,
because a la Sam Raimi type of thing.
Yeah, because her character in WandaVision is a pretend character until she becomes the witch. Like she's not really like a happy-go-lucky person. That's just she was playing the silly neighbor.
Yeah,
to like get in her head, right?
The OU.
But I like to see where that goes.
Yeah,
I just want. Moving on from that, I really just want them to figure out how to get X-Men in.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thing. Here's where if it's okay for me to kind of jump off and kind of spread a theory.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to tell you you're wrong after anyways.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I feel the whole mutant thing is going to be a big catalyst into going into after Secret Wars, but they want to end Secret Wars bigger than Endgame. All right. And based on all the rumors and everything else, they're going to introduce a lot of characters that they're going to flesh out a lot later on that are going to come into the quantum realm, to the whole thing of Wanda and the whole multiverse of Doctor Strange. And then I think the third part is going to be my boy Deadpool. I think because of the time traveling device, that is going to be the link that brings the Fox universe over. Because if you look, after Deadpool, we end up getting a Fantastic Four. I'm not saying we're going to get that the old Fantastic Four. It's going to be a new, fresh one. But I feel like the whole idea of bringing people's attention to it is going to be some way in Deadpool. Like, for example, oh yeah, I forgot, Fantastic Four is owned by Marvel, that kind of thing. And I think it's going to be a way of introducing people back into characters from there. And then eventually in Secret Wars, we can flesh it out and bring out, because see, if you think about it, if you have No Way Home kind of an ending where you have like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, but then you also have, for me, the fanboy me would want the original Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, and then Blade came in as Wesley Snipes. This would be a big draw into Endgame for them if they did Secret Wars that way. And I think money, I mean, come on, pay $500,000 to Wesley Snipes, he'll do the role again. Like,
that's
you get
not
what I'm saying?
Gonna happen.
No.
But I mean, how do you know? He's already said
I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm not saying those characters aren't coming back, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Deadpool 3 is going to be Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, and Hugh Jackman is going to be the final boss. Yeah, where he's going to agree with Deadpool that he needs to die in order for something good to happen. So he's going to kill himself, and Deadpool is going to get transported to the MCU alone by himself.
How is that possible? And the director said that Wolverine's in the whole movie.
At the end, he could be in the whole movie. But they don't fight until they don't realize that they have to.
Oh, so you think the fight that they're talking about is actually, instead of being the beginning, it's at the end? Because there is a fight down.
There's already a lot of speculation that's what this movie is going to be.
They want to start fresh with the X-Men. They don't want to bring anybody from the Fox universe.
They want to milk them for money, but this is going to be the movie where they milk them.
Well, yeah, but that's my whole point. They're going to milk it here, but I feel like Secret Wars is going to be another milking too, because think about it. They could bring in the Sony and bring Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and start bringing in other things where they can. Because
I'm not going to sit here and say they won't. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I don't see the logic in doing that.
Yeah, that's implausible, I think.
Just story-wise, I don't see the reasoning for it.
Secret Wars, I can see them introducing them, but I don't see them bringing in, because Secret Wars takes place after Deadpool, right?
And Secret Wars is also not a multiverse story.
Yeah.
Well, see,
so if they kill off all the Fox characters in Deadpool, how can they be in Secret Wars?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to kill off all of them. I think they're going to kill off 90% of it and then bring a few over.
They've already killed off Professor X.
True, but that's a different version of him. It's not the Fox Universe version, which anyway, he's dead anyway. You know what I mean? That's the point. The idea out there is that, because remember the time traveling he did in Deadpool 2? The idea is that he's going to continuously doing this, breaking the universe. And that's when he's going to run into another version of Wolverine, where he will then tag along. It'll be a buddy thing where he's basically messing up, which is bringing the TVA in when they're like, dude, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but what does that have to do with Secret Wars?
Well, then that's going to, again, just like the other universes, that's going to open up a lot of holes where Kang, he wants this to happen. We have to still contain it, but maybe I don't know what they're going to do as far as storyline, but it would give a great way to bring in.
I think we're going to get the Council of Kangs in Secret Wars.
That could,
But also, once again, what does Kang have to do with Secret Wars? Other than like shoehorning this story in.
That's the only thing I can think of. It's just I don't know.
I think Secret Wars is going to be nothing except the Skrulls.
Yeah, because Kang Dynasty, I think that's where Kang is gone.
Yeah, that's when they're going to do it. Kang Dynasty's 2 parts. They're going to.
Okay.
Right? Kang Dynasty is part 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. No, it's Kang Dynasty, then Secret Wars, I think, or Secret
Invasion.
Okay, but then I'm throwing
something. No, okay, hold on. What's the 2 Avengers events?
It's the Kang Dynasty, and then Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, and the show is Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I got those confused. That's why I kept this whole time thinking you're talking about Secret Invasion. I'm like, what the hell does Kang have to do with that?
No, we're talking about Secret Wars. So
okay. I confused that. So so we're gonna get Black Suit Spider-Man.
Well, that would be great if they did that.
That's probably the next Spider-Man movie.
No, it has to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah, and that'll lead into the next Spider-Man movie.
They've already got the symbiote.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just side note from this and talk about Into the Spider-Verse too.
Yeah, because that's coming out soon.
And that apparently has Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and
it does.
Spider-Man.
And it has the Insomniac Spider-Man and Miles Morales.
And it has the PS1 2001 Spider-Man in there too.
And it has Bagman.
Yes,
I know, but he's not wearing the Fantastic Four outfit, unfortunately. But that's okay.
But it has Future Foundation Spider-Man.
Yes, it does. Oh my god, I love it.
And the Armor Mark 1 from the 1990s cartoon too.
Yep.
Oh, they did so good. I can't wait for this movie.
If they get the voice guy from the animated series to cameo in this movie, I'll be done.
Why not? They're bringing it. They're doing freshman year, right?
I mean, it's just like the first movie totally got what it got what it was supposed to do. They understood the assignment and they did it. So I can't see them failing in those aspects of this movie. Watching the trailer, though, I'm very confused what the point of the movie is.
I think they're doing that on purpose just to make it confusing. And I'm hoping
because why is there like this realm of Spider-Man that like it's Wreck-It Ralph in between the games? And how did nobody else know about this, even though they were all in the last movie?
Everyone, apparently the joke online is that it's literally just like from Rick and Morty, the location where all the Rick and Mortys are at and everything.
Yeah, the Citadel of Rick.
The Citadel Ricks. Yeah, this is the Citadel of Spider-Man's. So
quite possibly.
Yeah, it literally is. Like when they zoomed out and everything, it looks just like when they zoomed out in the Citadel of Ricks and everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah. We still don't know anything about the plot though.
Hopefully it's good.
And I don't care. It has Scarlet Spider.
Yes,
wait, no,
Ben
it
Reilly.
Doesn't. Is he in this one or is he in the next one?
They kind of showed him,
They kind of show him. Plus, there was like a leak of like him on a toy box or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Some kind of item, and they show Ben Reilly on there.
Because I know you see 2099.
Yep,
he's a main character.
He might even be a main
bad
villain,
guy, right?
Yeah. Apparently,
I think it's more of an anti-hero type.
Yeah. Okay. So what I gathered from the trailer is that they think that Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen are the bad guys, and everyone's trying to stop them.
Yeah.
When it ends up being what's next?
O'Hara.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of the thing. Anyway.
2099.
No, not 2099. I'm thinking of the other guy. With the spots.
It is. It's the Spot.
Yeah,
that's what he's called, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember the name.
The Spot.
A Negative Man would be a cool villain in this universe.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's another Marvel property that's coming out next year is the Spider-Man 2 game.
Oh, well, speaking of that, like, I don't know what the hell is going on with Kraven, and they're filming Madam Web. How are they convincing these huge name actors to be in these goofy ass movies? That's what I just don't get.
Here's my thing. Why are they still continuing to do this? The whole thing, I mean, even though the meme with freaking vampire blah blah
Morbius.
Yeah. I hate saying this, but that movie ruined Morbius for me. You know what I mean? Like I remember the old Morbius from the comic books and the old animated series. He was a badass, you know what I mean?
I need plasma.
Yeah, but like it's just
Peter, I need plasma.
But the point of the whole thing is that was so bad. So why are they still going with it? Is it all because of a meme?
Why are they letting Donald Glover play Hypno Hustler in his own movie?
Okay, see, why is he not playing?
Why is he not playing the Prowler?
Prowler, exactly.
You already introduced him as that, but you're just going to go sideline and he's
Remember he wasn't introduced. Remember, I think
he's introduced as his uncle.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yep,
his uncle Aaron. He even said,
"Yeah." So I mean, like,
yeah, you're right. That is kind of, but either way, I'm still mad about that. What the heck, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
whatever.
But yeah, it seems weird to me. Like, why are you forcing all these spin-offs?
I find that the MCU has kind of lost direction.
Well, this isn't even the MCU. What I think on the outside of Sony when it comes to that and the whole Spider-Verse is because of the MCU. They're like, we want a piece of this pie. We want to make it on our own. We all own these Spider-Man properties. Let's do it, and we can make it mix in with their Spider-Man too, kind of. And it's like, dude. But it's not working. You all saw that was a bad idea with Morbius. Yes, I want Kraven the Hunter, but I want Kraven the Hunter with Spider-Man, not Kraven the Hunter solo. Yeah, his stories are good, but you get what I'm saying? Like, that was the introduction of mine.
I don't ever want a villain solo movie unless it's Joker.
Yeah.
Like
the only Craven movie they can do is Craven's Last Hunt,
which is what they're probably doing
here.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. It seems so strange. Like, I hope they work. I'm one of the few people that likes Morbius.
No, I did. Oh, the movie you mean? Oh,
yeah. I hate the character. I thought the movie was so entertaining. It was over so fast, and you were just like, okay.
It was just stupid. It felt like the Marvel's version of The Room. Like
it felt like every Marvel movie prior to the MCU starting.
It felt like it to me, though. It did feel like a Jared Leto vanity project.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, I'm okay. It's like, well, look what we're doing with Venom. The first Venom was good.
Yeah.
The second one was a disaster.
Not so much.
But then that's because the second one became like this vanity project for Tom Hardy, where he really was getting involved with the character and all of this. And it's like, just do what you did that worked.
Yeah.
How did you not learn? Like, if they make another Morbius and it has all the same issues as this one, it's like Sony needs to just stop making movies. Because like, writers have social media, directors have social media. You can read what people think was wrong about that movie and try to correct it, but they don't. They just keep making those mistakes.
It's like the big thing now. They want Garfield to return as the Amazing Spider-Man, but blend that into the Sonyverse.
Yes, and I'm okay with that because he's not that old.
Yeah.
He can still play Spider-Man. You could play an aged Spider-Man where he's been divorced now. He lost his love of his life.
Yeah.
He married someone else. He got divorced. He's older. He's like Peter B. Parker. He's all washed up. And now Venom is in the universe. And Tom Hardy's there. And they have to...
They even hinted at it when he said, I've never got to fight an alien yet.
Yeah, and it's like... You get it. You get the hint, too, at the end with the Venom teaser, right?
Yeah, yep. The cantina, or not the
bar.
When he said cantina, sorry.
With Finger and Dan.
Yeah, you know, she's a jizz musician.
But
yeah, I mean, that's all I have.
Same here. I think that's pretty much it's kind of a late year for Marvel products.
Well, I feel like, again, 2024 is going to lead into a lot more stuff. And I can't wait to talk about that, because I feel like there's a lot of fun stuff that's more deep cut stuff. Like, I was hoping we talk about it here. Like, I'll just say this right now: Thunderbolt and Blade. Outside of Deadpool 3, I'm excited for those two. I feel like those would be a lot more fun.
Are we ever going to get it?
Well,
with Blade, I don't know. Thunderbolt,
Blade is like, Blade has been sidelined and reattached and moved around and like all this stuff. Mahershala Ali doesn't even want to play Blade.
He doesn't even want to do it anymore.
Really?
And now, and I believe they're on like their third director.
Yeah.
But
this is suffering from fanfortistic.
And then you also, even in Thunderbolts, they lost the guy who plays General Ross.
Yeah, but
William Hurt died, and now you cast Harrison Ford, who's like 90 years old, and he can barely move, and I don't want to see that.
I can't wait to see him hulking out, though. That's gonna be hilarious.
If they even do it.
Yeah, I can just picture the acting skills of Han Solo. I'm so angry.
I'm angry, kid.
Just do what you did.
Not how the Force works.
Act like how you did with the girl who brought you your soup earlier. He just starts slapping people. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Let us know what you're looking forward to in the comments, and let us know that 2023 is the year of DC. And peace out.